So hi guys, I hope today you're doing okay. Today we're discussing a topic that is kidogo at the heart of many teenage or young people, and it's about masturbation. So basically, what is masturbation? You see, if you go to Google, it tells you that masturbation is a normal sexual practice that does not cause any physical distress, or emotional distress. But masturbation is basically playing with yourself or playing with your genitals in such a way that you get to climax or to have an orgasm or to have an ejaculation. Because you can have an ejaculation but not have an orgasm. Okay? So basically today we want to touch on what happens, what is masturbation, why does it happen, does it have any effects or disadvantages or even advantages, and how one can stop if they wanted to. So and so what do you think?
Masturbation begins from childhood. Children masturbate, but when they do it, they don't do it for sexual pleasure or thinking about sex or adult relationships. For them, they kind of bump into it. It's like they discover I can grab this and then it makes me feel like this, so they continue doing it. So mostly you find kids up like from age 5, 6, they do it, but not for sexuality. But when we come to adolescents and young adults, they do it because they're trying to discover their body. So now that one is more sexually oriented compared to now what kids do, and it can be brought about by body discovery. Also, when they start watching pornography, it really activates or makes someone want to start masturbating, and it happens to people who are single, or they do it people who are in relationships either together or separately.
So when it comes to the advantages and disadvantages of masturbation, so let me start with the good advantages of masturbation, especially the adolescents. They are in an exploration stage where they do masturbate ndio waweze who have their sexual pleasure, waweze kujielewa, to understand their body and how it works. So that is one of the advantages of masturbation. Also, another advantage is it is used in treatment, especially kwa watu wamepitia trauma sexually. So wanatrainiwa through masturbation so that wanaweza kuwa normal again na wanaweza enjoy sex even with their partners, na pia inatumika kwa sexual dysfunctions, wale wako na sexual dysfunctions. Also a doctor advises them to use this treatment. Now this one is only if a doctor advises. Otherwise, you're not supposed to do it unless the doctor amekwambia. So most of the times advantages masturbation ni to your pleasure, your sexual, na ku relieve stress. Watu wengine wanatumia hiyo ka ku relieve stress. So when it comes to the disadvantage, watu maybe wanatumia ku relieve stress or to avoid something, inaweza lead to someone being addicted, kwa sababu uko stress, and stresses yukuja in life zinakuja all the time. So you know, imagine if you're stressed you masturbate, if you're stressed you masturbate. So itafika point the only thing you can do when you're stressed, hata kidogo unaji-excuse, unaenda una masturbate. So this inaweza kufanya ukue hauko comfortable and your mind is not at rest until you masturbate. Also kuna wengine who feel guilty, especially if they have had ama wamekuwa grow up in a society or a family that knows masturbation is a sin. So they have that guilt when they find themselves doing, which inawafanya wakiwa na hiyo guilt bado wanaendelea kumasturbate, but still they have the guilt and it's affecting them mentally. So you should choose where to like in terms of masturbation. Another disadvantage ya masturbation ni ati inaweza haribu your genital areas where umezoea sana kumasturbate, that hizo tissues zinaweza haribika, na at times zinaweza cause infection because you're using your hands na ujui hata hands zako zimetoka wapi, because at times kama uko addicted you can do it anywhere anytime, so ujui you're not even ready to masturbate, so unapata you are infected. Also kuna early ejaculation for the men, ukizoea sana inapata tu kilala na dem unakaa mapema unashanga shida ni nini. And the last one affect relationships, whereby when you sleep with a lady or a guy and una feel umelala naye lakini bado hujatosheka kwa sababu hiyo, sababu umezoea and you're addicted, so you have to masturbate before or after doing sex so that you can feel that you're sexually satisfied. So hii inaweza affect pia your partner, anaweza feel kweli shida ni mimi ama shida ni nani, kwa sababu am I not enough to satisfy this person. So those are some of the disadvantages of masturbation.